Good afternoon. Here is the national news from our studio, BGI TV. Imo TV. First are the major headlines for the national news. I am yours faithfully, Morire Rebin Unlawful. Why we introduce Treasury single accounts, Buhari. Police fined 5 million naira over unlawful detention of alleged Boko Haram members. Primary school teacher gets life imprisonment for defiling 5-year-old pupil. Unvaccinated civil servants, unvaccinated civil servants, they have access to Federal Secretariat. They were denied access to Federal Secretariat in Abuja. Now the news and details. President Muhammadu Buhari has explained why the Treasury single account was opened by his administration. According to the president, the TSA was opened to address irregularities, ensure accountability, curb the incessant number of accounts, and enable the tracking of all government reserves. Buhari disclosed these on Tuesday at the 3rd National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector. When we came into government, we found out that some institutions had hundreds of accounts. How can the Accountant General trace them? So we introduced the Treasury single account so that all reserves will be followed and directed to it. This is a very positive way of making sure that reserves can be traced to Treasury single accounts and therefore be accounted for, Buhari said. The president, speaking on ways to address the ethical challenge of the high cost of governance, vowed to all ghost workers will severely punish, and those who have engaged in illegal work at work, and those who paid their personal payrolls. A federal high court in Abuja has ordered the Nigerian police force to pay 5 million naira fine to 7 suspected Boko Haram members over their unlawful detention for the 3 years without trial. The suspects, who were said to have been arrested inside a Maiduguri market in Borno, were allegedly dumped at the detention facility of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SAS) at Abattoir in Abuja. Justice M.O. Olajuwon, in a judgment, said that the police acted in bad faith in keeping the detainees beyond the period required by law, especially when there is no cogent and verifiable ground of indictment of the applicant for any offense, and ordered that the 7 applicants be released forthwith to their families, and each applicant be paid a sum of 2 million naira on damages as unlawful detention and another 10 million naira as a cost of litigation that brought about the judgments. The Jigawa State High Court, sitting in Kazauri in Wednesday, sentenced a primary school teacher, Makasusi Senusi, to life imprisonment for defiling a 5-year-old girl pupil. The prosecution counsel narrated that Senusi, who was the victim's teacher, lured the pupil and raped her in the school at Kazauri town on 4th February 2021. He said the suspect was arrested and charged to court for the offense of rape, punishable under the Jigawa State's Penal Code, Miscellaneous Amendment 2014. The prosecution presented 5 witnesses and tendered a medical report to prove its case. Presiding Judge Justice Hussaina Adamu Aliyu said the prosecution counsel had proved their case beyond reasonable doubt and therefore found accused guilty of the offense and sentenced the defendant to life imprisonment. Finally, for the national news, some civil servants who have no proof of COVID-19 vaccination and negative PCR tests are currently being denied access into the Federal Secretariat, Abuja. Recall that the federal government had, in October 2021, warned that civil servants who are yet to be vaccinated against their COVID-19 would not be allowed into public offices. Following the announcement, the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria has sent the federal government to extend the deadline till March next year. Report has it that the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) on Wednesday morning announced the discovery of the first case of Omicron variant of COVID-19 in the country. The NCDC said the variant was found among travelers from South Africa after the genomic sequencing of positive cases from a routine day 2 test conducted at the National Reference Laboratory NRL, Abuja. That was the national news from BGI TV, but before we go, a quick retake of the headlines once again. While we introduced Treasury single account, Buhari, we also brought to you police fined 5 million naira over unlawful detention of alleged Boko Haram members. Primary school teacher gets life imprisonment for defiling 5-year-old girl pupil. And finally, for the national news, unvaccinated civil servant denied access to Federal Secretariat, Abuja. You can link up for more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. On YouTube, the handle is Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates of our broadcast. And on Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawihi Adebayo. Please like the page and follow the page for you to have access to receiving notification of our broadcast as well. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services and products and coverage of functions and events as well, 07038226160. Thank you for watching. I am yours faithfully, Morire Rebila Lawal.